This is commission meeting December 6, 2023. Meeting called to order. Can we get pledge allegiance? Commissioner Hernandez?
Sure. Let's all rise. Place your right hand on your heart. Ready to begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner. Okay, going on to a regular meeting. Can I get roll call, Director?
Commissioner Arvizu,
Present.
Commissioner Murillo, absent. Commissioner Ramirez,
Present.
alternate Commissioner Fonseca,
Present.
Vice Chair Hernandez,
Present.
and Chair Gonzalez.
Yeah, present. Okay, going on to the next item on the agenda, approval of the agenda. At this time, the commission may announce any item being pulled from the agenda and continue to another date, or request the moving of an item on the agenda.
Motion to approve the agenda?
I second.
Second, get roll call, Director, please.
Commissioner Arvizu,
Yes.
Commissioner Murillo, absent. Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
alternate Commissioner Fonseca,
Yes.
Vice Chair Hernandez,
Present.
and Chair Gonzalez.
Yes, sir. Okay, next item on the agenda, approval of the minutes. Planning Commission meeting minutes for December 6, 2023.
I believe that's a typo. We meant
Yeah,
to
it
say
is.
November 15th. The minutes are correct
I was
on the
looking at that,
agenda.
yeah,
I'll
so-
move to approve the commission meeting minutes for November 15th of
Okay,
2020.
perfect, thank you. Thank you for the.
I'd like to second,
Commissioner.
acknowledge that there was a typo. Yeah, no, I second.
Okay, all right, let's get a roll call, please.
Commissioner Arvizu,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
alternate Commissioner Fonseca,
Yes.
Vice Chair Hernandez,
Present, yes.
and Chair Gonzalez.
Yes. Okay, going to the next item on the agenda, written communication. Anything written communication from Director?
None from staff.
Okay, nothing from staff, okay. Next item on agenda, public comment, non-agenda items. The public may address the commission on any item of interest to the public that is not on the agenda within the subject matter jurisdiction thereof. Please limit your comments to 3 minutes. Go ahead.
Did you open the public?
Yeah, let me get the, it's 6:09, we're opening the public comment.
Good evening, members of the commission.
Good evening.
My name is Angel Cardoz, and my background is community development, economic development, and small business. I mention this because I generally understand the delicate balance between economic growth, tax revenue, and the cost to our communities. I also understand what it's like to start and expand a small business. Not only have I owned a small business myself, including rentals, but I've also assisted hundreds of businesses to start and expand their own. Thousands if you include the programs I've managed. While I borrow from this experience, I'm here today under a different capacity. That is, as a proud but also concerned resident of the city of Coachella. As it so happens, I learned about this session this morning when filing a complaint regarding an STR. Frankly, I'm overjoyed to hear these efforts are taking place, and I want to thank the city and everyone in this room for driving these efforts. There were a lot of excellent suggestions proposed this evening. I would like to introduce a few more, if it's okay, and forgive me if these are being considered. Number one, limit the number of STRs allowed, not only for new developments, but also for existing communities. Number two, consider limiting the number of day guests that our STRs are allowed to have. It's one, I understand there's an overnight stay limit, however, there's no day limit. And finally, I'd just like to mention that I'm incredibly grateful to Mr. Rosales, Peter Hernandez, and Cesar Lucrecio. I can honestly say I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for them, considering the turmoil my family has endured over some of our STRs. With that said, I do believe there is a gap in information between the data that is being collected with the Sheriff's Department and the information that we are receiving from the city side. Specifically, the property next door, I understand, has received over 50 complaints to the sheriff. I don't think this information is being automatically transferred to our city departments. Again, thank you so much for all your efforts. It generally does mean the world to us, and we wouldn't be here if it weren't for these changes. Thank you.
Thank you so
Mr.
much.
Cordova.
I have a question. Can we ask him a question? Because he did mention a property, but he didn't say the address, so I just would like for him to
No,
clarify which
I
property.
mean, you're not supposed to engage. If you want, he can share it with Gabriel and give it to
Oh,
you
okay,
later.
cool. I didn't engage with him.
Okay, closing any other public comments? Gabe, nothing other?
I don't know if there's any on Zoom, but I don't see any hands raised.
Okay, we're closing the public comment at 6:12. Moving on to the next item on the agenda, reports and requests.
No reports and requests from staff, Chair.
Okay. Okay, next item on the agenda, non-hearing items. Anything on non-hearing items, Director?
Sorry, guess my mic was off. I'm sorry, what was that?
Next item
Oh.
on the agenda, reports and requests.
Yes, that's me. Oh, reports and requests, none, but I have a presentation for the non-hearing item. When you're ready.
Go ahead, Director.
Okay, if we can cue the presentation, please. Okay, thank you. Chair and members of the Planning Commission, this item is for the roaster Coachella, and this is an item that has gone before the Planning Commission in the past for a conditional use permit related to alcohol sales. And so the applicant is Teddy Lee. Here's a vicinity map of the site that we're talking about. This is the site on 6th Street, 0.14 acres in the zoning is downtown center in Pueblo Viejo. Some background, this site has an existing commercial space that the city owns. The building on site is 820 square feet. And so the city released an RFP in order for a business to be able to operate the building. Teddy Lee was awarded the lease for this building with the proposal to establish a beer, wine, and coffee lounge. So the applicant did also receive approval of a conditional use permit in order to have an ABC license to sell beer and wine. But apparently, according to ABC, that was the incorrect type license that they need. And they actually need it for a type 42 license, which is on sale beer and wine, public premise versus a restaurant. Just to kind of explain that, they aren't going to have a kitchen in the building where they would prepare food as a restaurant. They will be serving food with food truck service outside of the building. So the reason this is coming back for Planning Commission review, any kind of modifications to CUP does require this to be approved by the Planning Commission. The Planning Commission does review alcohol licenses according to the municipal code, and there are some restrictions in terms of sensitive uses. So if there is a site that's within 700 feet of a playground, residential property, or another liquor store, that there are special exceptions that have to be made by the Planning Commission. In this case, the exceptions don't apply because of its location within the Pueblo Viejo downtown area, but you still need to make conditional use permit findings. So here's the approved site plan that was approved through the building permit process. So this site shows the two of the parking spaces that the applicant had to construct to accommodate accessibility for ADA. You can see the building footprint, the existing building. They had to construct a trash enclosure. Shows where the future food trucks would be stationed, and as well as the seating that's proposed in the back of the building. And then here's the approved floor plan from the approved building construction plan set. So there are 2 restrooms with access from outside the building. And then inside of the building, there is going to be a roaster. So Sixth Street Coffee will be roasting their beans. So they will have beans that are be roasted here, made in Coachella. And here are the hours of operation that was last approved by the Planning Commission. The applicant isn't proposing to change that, but they have indicated there could be a reduction of hours for like the summertime based on how business goes. And so these are the improvements that were done. They did paint the building as well as remove that front structure and look to do a more minimalist type architecture and look for the building. They are still doing some of the construction on site, but this is what it looks like in the rear. This is where the seating generally is going to be located, and they are proposing to replace the wood fence that's in the rear. So the recommendation from staff is to adopt the resolution that was prepared to modify the conditional use permit to allow for the change in the type license from a type 41 to a type 42 license. And the applicant previously called the business Coachella General, but it looks like the name is the Roaster Coachella, unless I'm incorrect, but maybe the applicant can speak to that. But the staff does recommend approval with the findings and conditions in the resolution. Happy to answer any questions if you have any, and Steve Garcia from Sixth Street Coffee and with the applicant is available as well.
Is it a 2-truck capacity or?
On the plans, it looks like that's probably the maximum that would fit.
Okay.
And then also we have the building official here if there's any questions.
So this
about
is
the
just beer
construction.
and wine, huh? It's not liquor?
No liquor, yeah.
Okay.
Is there a plan for the grease that's going to be produced by these
I
food
don't-
trucks, or what's going on there?
Yeah, I don't think, maybe the building official can speak to that, but I don't think there's a requirement for the, unless they were, I guess, permanent fixtures.
Yeah,
They're
that
not
was my
gonna be there
question. So
full-time.
the food trucks are not, they're not stationary there, right? They're gonna.
Yeah, that's my understanding.
They're gonna be rotating those
Yeah.
food trucks, okay.
Yeah, and those are good questions also for the
Yeah.
applicant, because he could explain more how that's gonna work.
Yeah, because I've been in these types of
Cooking food on there.
layouts where the foods are, the trucks are stationary, and then a restaurant is hired, to use that kitchen, right? But the trucks never move. So that would be my biggest question is, are those trucks adjusting or moving, or they're stationary?
Yeah. And then-
Commissioners, I think what's proposed in front of us is for the liquor. Can we talk about other things aside from the liquor license that is being asked for modification? I'm just question.
I mean, it should be kept to what's being requested.
Understood. Just
and
wanted to
then-
make sure I
but
brought the
if-
conversation
Yeah,
back.
it should be limited to what's in
Perfect.
front of you.
Yeah, because I believe that was already approved previously, correct?
Correct.
Wonderful. Okay, sorry, Commissioner, I just wanted to make sure we stay on track. I would love to hear from the applicants if they can, speak on.
So hold on,
Let us-
can we condition the conditional use permit?
You still can, yeah, I mean,
This is,
That was the question. Okay,
this
so-
is totally,
So
Okay.
you can make a suggestion,
okay.
but they don't have to accept it. They've
okay.
already accepted the conditions of approval from the past meeting. So in front of you is just the approval of the change from a type 41 to a type 42. I mean, you can make the suggestion, but it doesn't have to be received or accepted.
I do want to make clear, I did make one change to the condition of approval from the last time.
Okay.
Which was if they had to change their hours to later, that they could present that to the Development Services Director without having to come back to Plan Commission. So if that's not acceptable to Plan Commission, then definitely talk about it. But a lot of times I realize just like a simple change to the hours, if it's like a half an hour, you have to go through a whole process and pay a fee to amend the CUP.
So you guys are just handling it over the counter?
That's what I would recommend.
Okay.
So has that been adopted? So I understand what our process is for this part. So can we, are you asking us to adopt that recommendation? or
That's part of the resolution in front of you.
Let
Understood.
me open up the public calendar. Open up the public calendar. Quasi judicial,
The public hearing.
the public hearing, I'm sorry, public hearing, the public hearing calendar. quasi judicial. Number 2, Coachella General Alcohol Sales. Conditional use permit number 357, modifications to allow the liquor sales as part of the proposed 820 square feet of beer and wine and roastery coffee lounge, ABC Type 42, on sales beer and wine in an existing commercial building located at 1258 6th Street in the DT-PV downtown zone. Teddy Lee, applicant. Should we open up the public hearing or
Yes, sir.
Sounds like
open
you.
up the public hearing at 6:22?
Okay.
Do you have any comments, public comments?
I don't see any on Zoom, but you do have the applicants in the audience, just in case you have questions.
Can we hear from the applicant?
All right, good evening, everyone.
Good
Good
evening.
evening.
I'm here at your service.
Sure. I just got one question for you. First and foremost, thank you so much. We appreciate your business here in the city. We appreciate you investing in the city. We appreciate you carry out your vision, your dreams here in your local city, and thank you for everything that you've brought. You've obviously you have a tremendous value, and we want to acknowledge that. I want to acknowledge that personally. And just one thing is this all you need to?
Yes.
Is this to take you over the finish line?
Yeah, so we could just proceed with business.
Okay. Good. Okay. When do you foresee to be open?
We're looking at a date, not a set date, but sometime in January,
January.
Yeah.
Nice.
depending on how long the permits take, of course, right? But that's what we're aiming for. I mean, there's other permits that we still need to get from county health, and then depending on what the ABC license take, but that's what we're aiming for.
Awesome. Yeah. Good. That's all I have for you.
Wonderful. And did you have any questions? Okay. Regarding the food trucks and,
So you had mentioned something about the grease trap.
yeah.
The grease trap was,
I can't comment on the grease trap.
I don't know, because I didn't know.
It's already, you already.
make money, bro.
No, I was just trying to clarify. I was like, what are we doing?
Yeah, we're great. Thank you so
Okay.
much for,
So the show-
for building the community here for us. And it's gonna be a success. I heard it through the grapevine that
Oh, good.
everybody's excited
Yeah.
for what you're developing. I mean,
Wow.
there's a lot of moving at the university. A couple of our students already know that this thing is coming, so they're excited for it. I think the city is very hungry for yet another amazing opportunity. Obviously, that corridor is going to become very well represented.
Yeah.
And very well known, not just regionally, but I think nationally, that it's going to be a spot. So,
Well, that's awesome. Thank you.
It's great.
yeah, no, my comment was just clarity. I wasn't gonna.
Yeah, clarity.
It was, actually was, you don't really require a grease trap when you have a food truck, so.
Yeah, we're not we're not a commissary, so there's no, just to answer the question, we're not a
Yeah.
commissary, so there will be no trucks overnight. We'll switch them out, bring in variety into the area, so, yeah.
Okay, so can we get a motion on the,
Yes,
Is that all the comments, questions? for-
any more comments? No? You're good? Yeah?
Just, Chair, just make sure you close the public comment.
Oh.
Okay.
The
Thank
public
you
hearing,
so
sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Thank you
closing
so
the
much
public
for your
hearing
time
at
today.
6:25. Can we get a motion on the,
sure, I can motion. A motion to approve the conditional use permit number 357, modification to allow liquor sales as part of a proposed 820 square foot beer, wine, and roastery coffee lounge, ABC Type 42 on sale beer and wine in an existing commercial building located at 1258 6th Street in the DTPV downtown zone.
I'll second that.
get a roll call, Director?
Okay, Commissioner Arvizu,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
alternate Commissioner Fonseca,
Yes.
Vice Chair Hernandez,
Yes, sir.
and Chair Gonzalez.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes.
Good luck, man.
Congratulations.
Thank
Good
you.
luck. Thank you.
Mucha suerte. Okay, going on to our next item on the agenda, informational.
Just real quick, Selena already talked about it, so the good news about that transformative climate communities grant. I think one of the things that she did mention that's part of the grant is that it would provide funds for some new housing and commercial on Sixth Street, pretty close to the Roaster, right? It would be that parcel that is right across the street from the Covalda Apartments that's under construction right now. So it would, I think it was a little bit more than 100 senior apartments on like a second, third, potentially a fourth floor, but ground floor commercial. So we would still have to work that out. That would come before the Planning Commission for approval, but that's also some exciting news because that block could actually fill out
Nice.
in the next couple of years.
So this is where they're currently storing their equipment or material?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
for Chelsea.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it going to be a Chelsea
Development, yeah.
development?
Mhm.
And so obviously,
Okay, anything else on informational?
Last thing, we did meet with RCTC recently. They're the Regional Transportation Board. So it looks like we will have a kickoff for the rail station feasibility study the second week of January. So there's going to be more to report on that, but that's exciting news. We do have to finish that whole effort by December of 2025, so it's a 2-year effort. But you'll hear a lot more about it, and there's going to be opportunities for the Planning Commission to be involved.
Perfect, good job, Director Perez and staff.
Good job, yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
Good job.
also, too, I just want to make a statement. Just want to commend all staff. It's been a great year. It's been a good 9 months that we've been here working with you, and I want to congratulate you and your staff, and kudos to you guys. You guys are doing a terrific job, and it's been it's been very insightful and been very rewarding this far, and I just want to thank you and obviously all city staff for the work that you guys do and the information you guys
Don't forget
provide.
about our attorney.
Yeah, for sure. And our attorney who
Keeping us in order.
who
Henry?
Thank you.
who represents you. Thank you so much. You guys are. We'll keep you on for another year. No, just kidding. Nah, just kidding. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have a motion to adjourn? I think.
Happy
Yeah, second
holidays,
and
man.
third.
When's our next meeting?
I have a
What's
question,
going on?
yes. Whenever do we have our next meeting?
It would be January
January
17th. The next possible meeting could be January 3rd, but that would actually be the day we just come back.
Was it 6? I thought I read something more 6, no?
No, it would actually be January the 3rd.
Yeah, it would be just
Okay.
back.
So
The
it's-
17th?
Yeah, it becomes a little bit difficult to be the 17th, and then just kind of be aware, the plan is to have the sidewalk vendor ordinance presented in front of the Planning Commission.
Are we coming back with this policy for what we just heard today, or is that going to move on to?
Likely what's going to happen, there'll probably be a study session or some kind of informational item to the city council to see what they'd like to do.
Okay.
And probably hear the similar report. And similar to what happened with the sidewalk vendor ordinance, they could decide, hey, we want the Plan Commission to make a recommendation, or they just want something to come back to them.
Okay, Merry Christmas to all our commissioners, our
Yeah.
attorney, staff, everybody. Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
Thank you.
I
everyone.
think the city's got a gift of Chinese food for you guys.
We still need to.
You can enjoy. Are we dirty?
Wait.
We're
Get a-
we're done.
get
Yeah,
a
no, I don't think
motion
we
to
have it in
adjourn?
heaven, right?
I'll motion to adjourn the meeting
Get a
and
second?
I'll second that.
You get a roll call, Director?
Okay, Commissioner Arvizu?
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez?
yes.
Alternate Commissioner Fonseca?
Yes.
Vice Chair Hernandez?
Yes, sir.
And Chair Gonzalez?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys.